It's my pleasure to introduce Evan Buck. Evan is a member of the I Am Tomorrow civic organization. He's passionate about our country and where it's headed. He's affiliated with a wonderful group of young people called I Am Tomorrow. This group's mission is to engage the young generation to stand up and speak out, to promote and protect the constitutional principles that made this nation great. Evan is one of the students who blogs for I Am Tomorrow website. You can find out more about this fine young group of young people by going to www.iamtomorrow.org. So now I'd like to introduce you to Evan Buck.
Well, hello everyone. It's certainly a blessing to be here to speak with you about Old Glory and the importance of the American flag. All the red, white, and blue that I see here today shows me that you love liberty. Liberty is why our flag is important. Our flag is a beacon of liberty to the world and represents freedom. As we celebrate Flag Day together, we want to remember the importance of what our flag stands for and remember a few key unforgettable moments in our nation's short history. The year was 1776. It is believed that Betsy Ross stitched our first flag to be the rallying symbol for the American colonists. Our founding fathers desired to freely worship God. They were willing to risk their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor to be free from the oppression of Great Britain. The flag represented their ability to freely proclaim the self-evident truths that all men are created equal and are endowed by their Creator with certain undeniable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Over the years, as states have been added to our nation, the flag has changed from having 13 stars to now having 50 stars. But Old Glory has never changed in its importance as our symbol that we the people are the United States of America. Shortly after our Star-Spangled Banner was created, our country was bombarded by Britain in the War of 1812. But Old Glory stood through that perilous fight. Francis Scott Key wrote the words that would become our national anthem. Our flag still proudly waves over the land of the free and the home of the brave. "51 years after that fight for freedom, in the beautiful rolling hills of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, our 16th President Abraham Lincoln gave a short speech on liberty, which came to be known as the famous Gettysburg Address. In that speech, he proclaimed that a government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from the earth. Only 82 years later, our country did not perish from the earth, but our flag flew strong again. Remember the gripping World War II photograph from 1945? That famous image is of our flag being hoisted over the black soil of Iwo Jima by 5 Marines and 1 U.S. Navy corpsman. It has become a symbol of the incredible sacrifice and courage of our military to protect our freedoms and our liberty. A mere 24 years after World War II in 1969, in the midst of the Cold War, everyone was gathered around their televisions watching in awe the Apollo 11 astronauts, Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong, plant our flag upon the soil of the moon. The world was inspired when Neil Armstrong said, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." 32 years later, in 2001, we will never forget seeing our flag planted on top of the gray rubble from the collapse of the World Trade Center. In the days that followed, the world saw the heroism and kindness of who the American people are. Since there are factions that are threatening our liberty and freedom, it is vital that we stand united, one nation, under God. The American flag represents the protection of life, liberty, and the opportunity to pursue happiness. Our free market system of capitalism freely gives opportunity to all who are willing to work hard, where our citizens can pursue happiness and stand equal under the law. Each year, millions of hardworking people legally come to the United States to live a better life. The fabric of our flag is a symbol that beautifully weaves together law-abiding citizens from every culture and every background. So especially in light of today's current events, our flag of freedom needs to be protected and defended. I pray that we will not fear, but that we will stand up and speak up for our liberty and the freedom that our flag represents.
Amen.
So may God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
I predict this is not the last time we hear Evan speak.